Hey guys, it's Julia. Welcome back to my channel. So this is a very sudden video. I wasn't planning on filming this today. I actually had a completely different video in mind, but my sister's birthday is 5 days away, and I have been like racking my brain for a while now trying to think of what to give her, and now I'm like kind of coming down to the wire because I don't actually have 5 days to plan and execute something because, you know, I have other things going on. But I had an idea yesterday when I was looking at gift ideas to do something Lord of the Rings themed, like to make her something Lord of the Rings themed. And so I went to the store, like to the grocery store and the drugstore and like places trying to find supplies that I could use to make her a gift. So I bought this plant. Nice fake plant. Yeah, you might be wondering why I bought this, but hold on, I've got a good idea. Hopefully this is a good idea. I don't know, but let me show you. So I recently bought this air dry clay, which I have never used before. I'm not really known for my clay skills. So this is going to be interesting. But my idea is to clay make a Hobbit door on here and, like, you know, some of the surrounding like house, and then cover some of the vase with like flowers, and then kind of I'm trying to decide if I should just do something on the front where like the plant isn't really hanging down as much, or if I should like wrap it around to the back so that there's like greenery and like some windows, you know, because the Hobbit house is like the back end is like pretty long, and so if I kind of like wrap that around the vase, that could work. Anyway, that is my idea, and I don't really know what I'm doing. This clay takes a while to dry, and so this is going to be a several day project, but I thought that I would start now, and if this is a fail, then I have no idea what I'm going to do. So wish me luck. So to start out this project, I'm going to get my iPad, and I'm just going to get a reference photo off the internet of the Hobbit house, and I'm just going to start sketching out what I'm going to do on this vase so that I have a little bit more of a plan and try to make it as good as I can. So that's where we're going to start, and yeah, let's hope that this turns out. So I'm just starting with a very quick rough sketch of what I want this build to look like, and after that's done, where you're getting straight into the clay. Like I said before, I don't have much experience with clay, so I watched a very short clip on how to use it, and then now we're getting straight into it. And I'm kind of low on supplies, so here I am using a water bottle to try to roll out the clay, and then realize that using my arm is a better rolling pin. So I rolled that out and get my little jar, and this is going to be the door of the Hobbit house. So I'm just cleaning out the outside of it and making some texture on it. This build, I was a little bit worried about how this would turn out because obviously, you know, never really used clay before, and yeah, the clay that I have used in the past hasn't really worked with me, but this was really fun, and I feel like I just really enjoyed it and was really having fun seeing how it was coming together. Yeah, so now I just have a little long snake-like piece that I'm just connecting to the door, and later I'm going to add some brick texture to make it look like the design around the door, smoothing that out. Yep, that's what it looks like. Yay! So this is all, I did this all on the first day, so there I am, like I said, doing the brick details. I've started trying to make a Hobbit house before out of just like cardboard and stuff like that, but honestly it was getting really difficult because the Hobbit house has so many like circular, like angled, like interesting architecture that it's like hard to do with cardboard, and so I kind of gave up on that. So I was really happy to be able to make this and be able to have the opportunity to try again. Hopefully someday I'll make a different version of this where it's maybe you can like see inside or something like that, but for now this was fun. So so now I'm making the awning to go over the door, smoothing that out. Now this was kind of tricky because I'm trying to smooth it onto the planter itself, and it was kind of sliding around for a little bit, so I just had to get a toothpick and just kind of like blend out the edges to make it stick more. And now I'm adding the little supports under the awning that I saw in the picture. That's what it looks like. Oh my goodness, I love it. It looks so cute. Anyway, so then I cut off the remaining clay, and then I got some cardboard, and this is going to act as the base of the build because I wanted to have a little bit of space in front of the planter pot that I could put like some steps or maybe some plants, stuff like that. And now I think I'm making the windows. Yeah, I'm making the windows. So again, using my arm as the rolling pin, I cut out little circles for the windows. I feel like the windows ended up looking a little bit lopsided, but I think I was able to fix that later, so that's fine. I also, in the video that I saw of how to use this clay, I saw that if you kind of like use a knife or something to kind of rough up the surface of the clay and then add more clay on top of that, then it kind of gives it a surface to like to attach to. So that's what I was doing there, and that's how that looks. And I used some leftover clay to make a little bit of a few stepping stones, just like that, and then that's gonna go there like that. See? Yay! So it's about 24 hours later. The clay has dried. I'm gonna show it to you in a minute, but now I'm gonna work on painting, and I only have today and then like 1 or 2 hours after that before her birthday when I can work on this. So hopefully I can get a lot done now. So yay. Look at that. I mean, there's some places where it kind of cracked, but I think I can cover that with the paint. And also the Hobbit house, like in the movies, looks kind of like old and, you know, worn as well. So I think it kind of adds to the effect. But yep, that's what we have so far. So now let's go paint. Ready? So now that it is dry, it looks like this. I really like how it looks. So now we're going to get into paint, which honestly was a little tricky because the Hobbit house is supposed to be like have a yellow base. And so I tried to mix up a color that I thought matched well, but then it just like, I don't know, it was giving me SpongeBob's it was giving me SpongeBob's house. Like, it looks like a pineapple, especially with the plant sticking out the top. And so I was a little bit worried about that, but I think later I darkened the paint, the yellow paint a little bit, and I think it looks a little bit less like a pineapple. So anyway, here I am cleaning my brush because it's a new brush and I have a habit of not cleaning my brushes. So here's some brown that I'm doing on the awning and the supports. I think my paintbrush was too big though, because I think I kept making mistakes and painting on top of the yellow, so I had to go back and touch that up later. Next, I'm getting some brick color, painting that around the door. I never really noticed before, but the Hobbit house is like very bright colors, and I think that's just like kind of muted by the fact that there's like a lot of green around and like, but yeah, anyway, so this is me darkening the yellow color, and part of me was like, it looks like cheese. But nope, I'm not gonna think like that because that's the color that I ended up with, and so no, it does not look like cheese. Anyway, here is the monumentous moment of painting the green door, and I think I was able to get the green color pretty good, so I'm happy with that. And here I am painting the little, what is this? Like a door knocker? Is that the door knocker? I don't really know. Anyway, and then I'm just painting the windows the same color as the door. And then my battery died. Yay! So here we are, back again. This is what it looks like. And now, so I painted the little steps with some of the leftover paint from the awning. And now I'm gluing the plant pot onto the base with a lot of glue. Then once I make sure that that's all dry and secure, this was a very messy process, but it was fun. It was like part where you got to see everything come together. I started hot gluing some moss onto the outside of the house, on top of the awning, around the back. And yeah, I feel like this is where it started to look more like a Hobbit house. So I painted some glue on the base of the cardboard, and I tore off smaller pieces of the moss and just kind of laid that flat on top of the glue to be like the outside front, you know, grassy area of the house. And then you can't see it here because the angle was bad, but here I am gluing on the steps in front of the house, and voila, that's what it looks like. I didn't finish putting all the moss on yet, so that's why the side looks a little weird. But here I am. I just put on most of the moss off camera, but here I am putting some last minute touches on the top of the house to cover up the last of the plant pot. I am leaving some of the gravelly look in the middle just to, you know, let you know that it is still a plant. And that is what we have. I've covered the back, I've covered the front, and now it's time to add the foliage. So my camera just died, so I'm filming on my phone, but I just finished the main part, put some little flowers, some little grassy tufts. I'm debating whether I should put a bench there or not, but if I'm going to do that, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Right now I have this model spray glue that I'm going to go take outside, spray over the foliage so that it doesn't shed. Hopefully it'll like kind of seal it in. And then I'm going to be done for today, so I'll see you guys when I work on this again tomorrow, maybe? Okay, bye. So I was really debating whether or not I should make a bench or maybe like a gate for the front of this house, and I decided to try, even though I had limited time left to do this. But here I am just cutting some coffee stirs, measuring them next to the house, making sure it's a good size so that it's going to fit, cutting that down to size. I'm using some wood glue to glue the pieces together, and then I think later I switched to hot glue, honestly, because I was kind of in a hurry, and though I like using wood glue, I feel like hot glue helps you make things a lot quicker, but not always as sturdy. So now I'm making the legs that are also going to act as the armrest of the bench. I thought it would be easy to just have the same piece be the armrest and the feet, or there's like 1 foot for each side of the bench. See, here I am with my hot glue gun, and I'm just sticking those pieces together. I feel like this is probably the smallest bench I've ever made, and it was proving to be a little difficult because I was out of camera for most of it. But anyway, now I'm making the gate, and I just kind of cut pieces, put them together, fiddled with them until they got the look that I was going for, the look of like the reference photo that I was going off of. And so once I had all the pieces cut out, I just started gluing them together. Then I'm making the sides of the gate so that it actually looks like the gate can swing open, which, you know, it can't because it's too small, which maybe some people could make a swinging gate that small, but I didn't think of that. So anyway, so this is the gate, yay! And then I wanted to write the little message on the door that you can see there. It was so tiny though, like it wasn't even really legible, but I was still trying to use the same font that was used on the door. But anyway, so now before I stick the message on the gate, I'm going to be painting these. And yeah, for the gate I kind of used the same color as the awning, and then after that was dry, I went ahead and I glued on my message, and I also put some paint on the message of the door so that it looked a little bit more worn. And there's my bench. And then last minute I painted this little popsicle stick or little toothpick to be a support for the gate, to add a little bit more detail to the side, like that. And then, ooh, look, close up. I should have done this earlier with all the foliage clips, but anyway, I didn't think of it. So here I am gluing in the bench. Oh, it looks so nice, it fits so snugly. And here is the gate.